Hey guys, this is my first video. I just finished editing it, and the at the beginning it's kind of hard to follow, but I think it's worth it. So please watch. I'm hoping to make more videos in the future. Click that subscribe button if you want, and I hope to see you again. Enjoy. Hi, I'm Suzanne. This is my first video. So I'm excited. But I don't look so excited. I haven't actually brushed my hair or gotten dressed this morning, which isn't actually morning. It's actually exactly noon. Um, and I've been sitting here for at least half an hour thinking about what I wanted my first video to be about. And I realized that I would probably want to start it with something that I've been dealing with for a long while now, actually most of my life. Um, so I'll go out and just say it. I'm depressed. I know I don't seem it, not right now. But I am. Thing is, I've been depressed for a very long time. I mean, my mother told me recently that she noticed me being unhappy, significantly unhappy, uh, even before I was 4. So, um, so it's something that I've been dealing with for a while. I'm 21 now, so that's about 17 years, I guess. I've actually been dealing with it quite well. I mean, yes, um, suicidal thoughts, and I could maybe have done better at school, but I actually did a pretty good job in high school, and I was in a gifted program, and it was pretty cool, actually. Everything kind of was, regarding my studies. But then, after 2 years of national service and another year of work, I decided to go to college. Um, and I thought I'd be able to deal with it. I'm capable of doing that. I mean, I've been dealing with this depression thing my whole life. So yeah, I'm suicidal sometimes, and sometimes I can't even get out of bed. But how hard can it be to actually get a degree? Um, so I started college, and I had a nice time at first. I mean, I was in the physics honors program, which was very exciting for me, and I love physics, and I was going to, have a degree in math and physics, and at first it was okay. I mean, everything was new, so that was hard, but everything was interesting, and I had this fantastic roommate, which I actually got along with, and after years of boarding school and then um, having roommates during national service, in which I never actually managed to get along with my roommates, even if as people I did, not as roommates. I finally had a roommate I could live with. That was amazing. That was fantastic. We were actually very close. And slowly, but surely, I it just got more difficult. It became harder to get out of bed. It became harder to see people. It became harder to do what I was supposed to do because I was always thinking about how bad everything is and how I'm just wasting everyone's time and money, and how I'm not going to be able to do this, and how everyone would be better off if I were dead, um because my roommate has to take care of me and make sure that I eat, because I'm not eating. I don't feel like eating. She has to make sure that I shower, because I don't even care about my personal hygiene anymore. And that's very tough for her. And my boyfriend, um he has to fear for my life, and especially now that I'm living in the the college dorms, and not with him. He has to call and make sure that I'm fine, and make sure that I've been eating, that I've been drinking, that I've been sleeping. And I mean, my schoolwork obviously is not getting done. How am I going to get it through finals? I mean, I just barely passed my midterms. So eventually I started seeing a psychiatrist. He's very nice. And as much as I hate medication, which I do, I've been taking this antidepressive thing. It's been helping a bit, actually. I mean, I'm less suicidal. I'm not happy, but things are a bit easier most of the time. I mean, I do sometimes just stay in bed for days because I can't handle the world, but not as much as I did before the medication. Also, I started psychological therapy, and my psychologist is very nice, and she listens, which I guess is her job. And we're starting to find out why my life has been so just difficult for me. And what's been really hard with being depressed is how no one understands. I mean, everyone tells me, well, everyone gets depressed once in a while. And yeah, I guess everyone is down occasionally, but not everyone gets clinically depressed. I mean, having the depression just beat all of your motivation to get out of bed, to do something with yourself, to go to school, go to work, to see your friends, to eat, to feed yourself, and make sure you don't actually shrivel up and die from starvation. That's not something that everyone experiences. And my depression is not like my best friend's depression. I mean, we have a lot in common. We both have eating disorders when we're depressed. Only I'm, I guess, more anorectic, and she's more bulimic. She doesn't eat, and then she eats a whole bunch. um, which is not about self-control. It's about having those inner demons, I guess, that are just stronger than you. I mean, trust me, I hate getting help from anyone. I don't like having to depend on people. But for more than 17 years, I've been trying to deal with this depression alone. And it's not something that you can deal with alone. I ended up going and getting help. And still, if I'm trapped in bed all morning, and I know that I need to go somewhere and I can't, and I should at least call and cancel, and I can't even pick up the phone because my social anxiety is so much more powerful when I'm depressed. And then my best friend calls me, and makes me laugh and gives me energy, then I can sometimes actually go and do what I know that I need to do, what I want to do. But it's still about getting help. So I guess this video is dedicated to all of those who have been telling me that even if it's hard, I shouldn't quit school. But I didn't quit because school was hard. I quit because I couldn't deal with anything. I had to take that time off to heal myself. And to all those who tell me to just get myself out of bed, physically get myself out of bed, but I can't. And to all those who are feeling depressed, really depressed, who can't deal with anything right now, and are being told that only quitters quit. But sometimes you need to know when to quit. Sometimes you need to know when to ask for help. And all of you guys out there who are lucky enough to not be clinically depressed, it's also important to know when to give that help. One last thing before I go. Suicidal thoughts. I've mentioned that in this video, that I've had suicidal thoughts more than once, for long periods of time sometimes, and I talk about those suicidal thoughts. I have to talk about them. I could write about them, but sometimes talking, even if it's more difficult for me, it helps me more. But I communicate those thoughts with people I suppose care, with people who have told me that they would be there for me. And something that I've been getting from those people, not all of them, but some of them, when I communicated those thoughts with them, was, "Don't scare me like that. You're making me feel very uncomfortable. Please don't talk to me about those things." So one thing I have to tell you guys is, I don't talk about these things for fun. No one does. If you say we're doing it for attention, you know what? Maybe we need attention because we're lonely and we're sick. Yeah, say that it's for attention. But we're doing it because we have to. See, if I don't communicate those thoughts, they linger in my head and they grow. Communicating those thoughts, talking about them, writing about them, when I know someone is there and reading it and listening, it just helps. It helps me get those thoughts out of the system. It helps me not think about it as much. It helps me. It just helps. And at the end of the day, it's one of the things that help me not kill myself. So, I mean, if you don't want to hear about suicidal thoughts, I understand that. It's painful, it's scary, it really is. But please don't pretend that you want to be there for me, because being there for me means that you hear about those things too. And please don't tell someone that you will be there for them and that they can talk about what they're going through with you if you know that you can't handle that. I won't judge you for not being able to handle that, but I will judge you for telling me that you can handle me and then telling me not to be who I currently am, which is a suicidal, depressed girl who needs help. Okay, so that's enough for today. I'm uh, hoping that this wasn't too much. I do come on a bit strong, but I promise we will work through this. Okay, so this was Suzanne. I was Suzanne. Bye, guys.